Hello, I am Percy Alvarado, and this is my reflecting video on the live presentations. Task 7. Moodle MOOC 4. Openness in Learning, Teaching, and Instructional Design. Released on Friday, June 13, 2014, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Duration 60 minutes. Speaker Dr. Anita Boudreau. A WISC live class. At the start of the live class, Dr. Nelly Dutch greeted us and introduced the speaker, Dr. Anita Boudreau. She talked about Anita's biography. Anita is an associate professor in education, advanced programs, a Flex Master of Arts in Teaching coordinator. Courses taught educational technology, human development and applied psychology, and educational research. Research interests: e-learning, knowledge media, virtual learning space design, learning communities, and culturally responsive practice. Then Nelly passed the mic to Anita to develop the presentation. Anita greeted the participants and began his presentation by talking a bit about her and from where does its presentation. She said that she's really excited to share information about openness education. She told us that basically we'll talk about their work and we will provide some examples. She started talking about what is open education. Open education can be described as iteration of social and technological innovation that reduce barriers to access and create multiple opportunities for educational practice. Then, Anita showed us the summary of the content to be covered in the presentation. Why openness? Philosophical and historical origins. What does openness look like? Open learning, open teaching, open content, open environments, open design. Open practice in closed settings. Anita asked the question, why openness? Openness is an overarching concept or philosophy that is characterized by an emphasis on transparency and free, unrestricted access to knowledge and information, as well as collaborative or cooperative management and decision making rather than a central authority. Anita said that with the collective intelligence plus the information and communication technologies, especially social media, have reincarnated openness as a new paradigm of social production in the global knowledge economy, creating significant shifts and reigniting the debate on the purpose and future of formal education. Then she explained the origin of openness. Anita said she found interesting articles on the subject. The project of open education has roots in Enlightenment values concerning universal access to knowledge, to information, and to education. Example, the Declaration of the Rights of Man in late 18th century. About the current context of openness, Anita focused in learning, teaching, content, and learning environment. In open learning, the learner is central. The main characteristics of the learner are innately curious, competent, an explorer, a problem solver, a knowledge creator. His learning is active and social, constructivism, involves making connections, connectivism, can reside externally within entities, example networks. In open teaching, the role of the teacher is be a facilitator and guide. In open teaching, the teacher has the following features: informed through observation versus preconceptions, emphasis personal achievement, reflection, freedom of choice, promotes self-directed learning, inquiry, models transparency, authentic problem solving. Anita says, in open content, the access to connect for the learner is free due to technology. In open content, for example, we can share and remix the content. Example of this kind of content is a wiki or the free learning environments like this that we show here. In an open environment, we shift from traditional face-to-face learning culture to an online learning culture. We create online ecosystems using the co-creation developed by the learners and teachers, and the result is an online learning environment into the classroom. A participatory culture where there is a communication between teachers, learners, and content, which is more open, based in internet and social media. In an open environment, we have the opportunity to create things. For example, in a Moodle course, we can create programs with different resources as calendar, tasks, portfolios, community blogs, educational material, and then allow access to the students to the activities. About open design, Anita is using the ADDIE method of instructional design. They have 5 steps. First, she analyzes what students and professionals wishing to learn. Second, the design consideration for a fully online course by using virtual learning environments components as a course managed system like Moodle, an open educational resource as Google Sites, housing content and community discussion, a synchronous communication tool for live sessions as WISIC, a personal learning spaces, for example Google Drive for individual work. Third, develop the materials, the syllabus, the modules, the differentiated learning objectives, template, professional journal template, philosophy template, annotate bibliography template, individual action plan template, assessments, for example. Fourth, implementation. First, pilot implementation, and fifth, evaluation. First evaluation, middle evaluation, and final evaluation. Then, Anita shows us a reflective tool. This tool shows the change that occur in the various elements of educational practice, ranging from closed elements toward open practice. As you see here, a reflective tool for situating openness in educational practice. Here is the elements, and this is the track between closed and open practice. Finally, Anita gave a reference for the presentation and concludes. The digital revolution has a strong impact in society and especially in the way we teach and learn. After finishing the presentation, Anita answered different questions from the moderator and participants. She responded to questions such as, did opposition of teachers in your school to implement this kind of teaching? What virtual learning environment considered more open? What has been your experience with the latest version of Moodle? Does your university allow you to share your courses? How do you define objective when structuring a course? Do mocks are really openness? Thank you.